People who work and live in downtown Fargo and Moorhead may finally be getting some peace and quiet. That's because this is the last weekend they should hear trains blow their whistles through those cities. The quiet zone officially goes into effect on Monday. Valley News team Charlene Richards shows us how the new safety features will work.
Probably can't hear me over the trains.
It's a regular occurrence in downtown Fargo and Moorhead, 1 and even 2 trains sounding their presence through the city.
We used to live right on Main, and I think there's something like 74 trains a day or something that come through town, and they don't always just blow at the crosswalk, they keep blowing.
Just making the drinks can be loud enough, and then you have that on top of it.
Sarah Rundelet hopes that when whistles do stop, business booms. City officials say that's one of their main reasons behind the project.
For a long time, we've heard that the downtown folks want the whistles quiet. So hopefully this is what we're looking for.
Still, many people downtown say they have worries about safety.
I do have some, you know, because those accidents are happening despite the whistles being there. So with the whistle being gone, how will that affect accident rates? You know, are people going to be less aware, paying less attention?
These crossings won't be totally silenced. Flashing lights and bells will still be in place to remind drivers and pedestrians of the trains.
The success of the quiet zone really depends on how people heed those warnings.
Warnings that will be much more quiet through this zone. In downtown Moorhead, Charlene Richards, Valley News Live.
Quiet zone will take effect at 12:01 a.m. on Monday. It'll cover almost 2 miles along a set of tracks and include 12 crossings in Moorhead and 8 in Fargo. The horns will still sound if there's danger or if the new equipment stops working.
Train horns were silenced today of today in downtown Fargo and Moorhead after years of planning and construction delays.
The nearly $8 million quiet zone has some people smiling over the silence, and Valley News team Charlene Richards is here with more. Charlene?
That's right, Mike and Robin. The quiet zone runs about 2 miles and covers 20 crossings in Fargo and Moorhead. Even though the project started at 12:01 this morning, the horns will still sound every once in a while as the trains and traffic get used to the new rules.
Well, one went by and I think he forgot because he blew his whistle.
Linda Murray says that's nothing compared to what she usually hears during her afternoon with the girls. Linda is a regular at the former train depot that's been home to the Fargo Senior Commission for years.
Every time a train goes by, the place shakes, and they have to quit calling bingo numbers, so it'll really be nice.
Bernice Schmidt's been cooking breakfast for seniors for more than a decade.
The only time it startles me is when the train has stopped and they take off and it bangs real loud. I mean, sometimes it does that. But outside of that, nothing.
The quiet zone doesn't make that much of a difference to her.
It feels weird not to hear the horns blowing. It really does. Just like a little bit ago. Train went by, no horn.
Just heard the arms go down, but it's nice not to hear that train whistle.
Over in Moorhead, insurance agent Julie Phillips says the silence is very unusual because she's been working by tracks for years. She says her clients will likely benefit from the change as well.
Well, we have trains on that side and trains on this side, and there have been times when I've been on phone calls where I can't even hear. I have to put it on mute or hold because people think I'm standing in a train station. So it's been nice to not hear that today. It's quiet.
The crossings are equipped with flashing lights and bells and larger gates to alert you about approaching trains. And remember that the conductors will sound their horns if anyone is on the tracks or if the equipment stops working.
Just make sure your eyes are sharp.
Exactly.
I bet it's odd not to hear that after so many years.
Some of the people had said they're so used to hearing it that they weren't sure what's going on. Yeah. Something's right or wrong.
All right, thanks, Shirley.